thicket of Laker defenders. Outside Beverly, Harden uncorks a three. And this team a year ago took more threes than twos.
Well, what is their...
Papa Nicolau, and here they come with Harden the other way. Meet the defense of the rookie Clarkson.
Gotta send help. That's too easy.
It is. Wheels right around of the Western Conference.
What that has also done is raised expectations for James Harden as well.
It is a triple.
Led the NBA in double-doubles, and it's going to be that type of mentality when he's talking about not taking plays off and not taking games off. But this Rocket team wants to get to the next level. James Harden back-to-back step-back threes here.
And he's a good coach.
And I agree with him 100%. We know what this team can do offensively. They want to move into one of those top 4 spots.
By Jones, and ahead it goes to Harden. Oh, raised little chicken wing there. Harden's got it. Harden's got 27, game high. Into the, oh, beautiful play.
Misfires, rebound Houston. Here comes Terry, the 16-year pro out of Arizona. So Father Time won't catch up with him, and a bucket inside by Harden. He'll be at the line.
He has made a huge impact.
Harden drives and hits.
Harden answers right away, but nice athletic move by Booker to score. Jazz are able to go small as well.
Harden dancing out front. Takes that left-handed shot. Sweet. Down the barrel with 4 seconds on the clock.
That low elbow from Harden.
Harden works on Alec. He'll take the 3. Effortless. Harden hits double dip. Hayward's been held at just 6 points on 2 of 8 shooting. Harden on a step back.
That's just too good. You know, it's old school NBA basketball. Isolation on the wing and all 4 other Houston Rockets on the other side of the court.
The only starter not to hit double figures tonight is Hayward. Now remember, all 5 starters were in double figures during the preseason. But that's preseason. This is regular season as Harden knocks down a Jay.
Oh, nice little crossover by James Harden. Where defensively, Harden's got to be just the hardest player to guard in the league. There's just so many things he. Rondo trying to get to the basket, throws it away. Papa Nicolau has a choice. He's going to give it up to Harden for a three-pointer. Yes. With 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 21 points, and a steal for Harden. He's off to the races. Shot clock, game clock, just about the same. What will Harden do with it? Gonna shoot it. Good idea. I like that much better.
6 per game.
Absolutely. It's Brandon Davies in the start tonight, continuing his hustling ways, getting the block shot.
Harden for 3, and he drains it. 6 rebounds. 17 minutes a game.
See right there.
Oh, a nice block. Is it a goaltend?
Yeah,
Yep.
goaltend.
Scored 2 for James Harden. 15 points in the first. They have 21 points already, just past the halfway point of this second quarter.
Well, their defense is what's really gotten them into this, back into this game, as James Harden is swinging the ball for the open three-pointer.
Shot clock is unplugged. Harden doing his thing, and he got inside and twirled it in. McDaniels can't get it off, and that'll do 12-0 Houston run. Open, Harden. It is for 3, and down it goes. James Harden. So Harden with a
Farther and farther away from the basket.
Harden for 3, and he drains it. 32 points for James Harden. Hollis Thompson going for the steal against James Harden. He's got to get busy. That is for 3. Wow. 16 for.
Terry splitting the D, setting up Harden for the open triple. That's what happens. Yep. By the way, that was the first field goal for Harden in defensively. 5 on the shot clock. Hamilton on Harden, who tripled.
Oh, boy. Oh, he just needs an inch, doesn't he? Wow.
James Harden just his 2nd field goal on his 5th attempt. Harden Wade's pass deflected away by Terry, picked up by Harden. 3-on-2 break. Harden with a left-handed finish.
Kept it himself in the open court. Very difficult.
Shot clock. Harden's so good in those situations. The step back to create space for three.
You can see it coming.
21 now for... He'd have not trailed in the fourth quarter of any game this year. Harden makes it look easy, doesn't he?
Well, when he goes left like that, he shoots it over.
And the basket. Harden on the second try.
Yes.
Well, the 6'5" guard out of Arizona State putting on a show.
So I was saying before, this being year 2 of Harden and Howard, with a nice drive right there, you can see even a more comfortable feel on the floor between the two. Triple, picked up by Black. Out to Harden. Oh, what a move by James Harden! That little Euro step right there, gliding in for 2. Watching and following this Spurs team, he said, we are the sum of our parts, and when some of our parts are not there, they're not whole, obviously. But they've played well when they've had to go with these lineups. Great move by Harden, winding his way for 2.
Would have liked for Baines to throw him that ball out and try to get a better possession here.
Harden, shot clock at 1. Harden has put in 9.
Jones has gotten off to a pretty good start here for this Rockets as well.
Harden, 3, got it! And a foul called on Green. Rockets plus 6 points in the paint. Here comes Harden again. And of all the things, as he gets a quick 2 right, certain that either Harden or Howard is always on the floor for Kevin McHale. Harden. Oh! You can drop the sledgehammer anytime you want.
So if you can find time to rest him, as much as he's going to have to do for this team, there's that Euro step. That's not fair. It's just not fair.
Shoots it too easily from deep.
Curry and Thompson have combined for 212 points in the Warriors' first 4 games already as Harden. 60% shooting by the Golden State Warriors here in the early going. Harden lays it up, and what an acrobatic move.
Draymond Green says, I got him, I got him.
And a good tip by Harden. Tipped it over to Ariza, who gave it right back to him. Harden, all the way to the bucket for 2.
And see, that's what James does. You saw Draymond Green.
And Harden saves it. 5.5 minutes left to play in the first half. Harden gets a nice pick from Black.
Wow. The beard.
Too easy right there. He makes that look special. Paint there. He's got Barbosa on him, so that's a good matchup to post up on.
Harden will fire it up and in. 3-pointer for James Harden. Good pick.
Make a play.
Rockets can go 2 for 1. Harden takes it in for 2.
Beautiful move.
Yeah, he attacked Bogut as
Scored here in the third quarter. He's got to get going, guys.
well, they're overloading now. They got Iguodala on him with Bogut coming over, and Harden hit.
That's what he needs.
Inbounds play, wouldn't you look for him? Yeah, he's a stud. 29 points for Stephen Curry. Harden lays it up and in.
Curry also has like 9 rebounds.
Harden working on Wiggins with the jab step, the step back, and the bucket.
That's tough to play right there. James Harden at mid-post.
And his teammate Kevin Martin said Wiggins is going to have to learn from mistakes more than anything right now. But, guys, it seems like he might have learned a little bit from that because he's had quite the impact early.
He has been good early on, Israel.
De 20 puntos. Necesitado en su caso la banca de Houston solamente 8. Ataca con el hesitation y encesta muy bien Harden. Los toque con el drible.
Sí, señor. Todo el mundo esperaba que...
For the game and talked about just some of the things that he has brought in practice here early in this year.
2-on-1. Harden swooping through, curling in, getting the whistle. And it. Clock down to 3. Harden gonna have to heave and hits.
That's a tough shot.
It up, gives it to Cannon, and Harden got it. He's been in a slump lately, hitting only 31% of his 3-point attempts, but he's starting to come out of it now.
You wonder why some teams struggle?
Now he took it through 5 players. So he defended 3 and then scored on 5.
I think
Harden going to the rack for 2.
That's pretty good defense by Davies.
And they're just out hustling Houston. On the boards, Rockets. Long pass to Ariza. Back to Harden, lays it up and in. Driving it inside, Dwight got a block. Gives it up to Harden. Harden crisscrossing one way, back the other, lays it up and in. James Harden with 11 points.
at the right spot.
His blocks is 6 boards for Donatas Motiejunas. Harden puts it up and in. You see him just bump that guy off?
He's so strong.
Up ahead to Sims.
That's one way to get by you.
Harden with a big step to the bucket for 2 more.
You see how James takes that ball all the way to the back?
It's a good idea. That'll save me having to say both. H&H. There's one of the H's right there. And for Harden, it's 20 points on the night. Muta stays with him. 8 seconds, down to 7, down to 6, down to 5 on the shot clock, down to 4. Harden with the step back. Gobert ties it up at 68. Up to Jason to Harden. Here we go. Final 14 seconds of the game. Rockets trailing by 1. Harden with a big step to the right. Oh! James Harden. 9 seconds left to play. Timeout Philadelphia.
Third quarter. And that's got to start hurting you after a while because those are easy points.
Oklahoma City 2 out of 11. Harden's basket leaving the Rockets, but 4 out of 11, so not a whole. Since he left the Orlando Magic, has shot 34% against the Thunder. James Harden a little bit better than that, and Harden, Joe Sharp will keep you posted on his situation. Harden trigger and he scores to beat the shot clock. James Harden won't fall for Jackson, and the Rockets come away from it with it. And score on the drive by Harden. 22nd timeout. Harden wide open. He's looking for Beverly in the corner. Shot clock is getting deep. Harden squares up straight away for 3. He's got it.
And if
Hot extra picked up by Harden. Shot clock down to 8. He lost the handle. First Grizzlies turnover, but Harden takes it to distance.
The same foul that Tony Allen got called. His second foul.
6'11", and all of a sudden you got 2 big guys to play with this second unit. In transition, Harden gets the basket, his first field goal of the night. Good defense by Beverly. Oh, what a dribble by Harden. Attacking the rim and scoring. We told you. We told you early, just get in this foul line area, and I'm going to be shooting all this half. Here's Harden, who'll pop and hit a 3.
And he says all I got to do is shake and shimmy into that move.
2, dribble penetration and kick out. Coach McHale talked about that. No pass around the perimeter. Harden for 3. Second three-pointer for James Harden, and the 13th by Houston. Guys, but it was at the 5-star basketball camp in Honesdale, Pennsylvania.
That was great stuff coming up with that video as Harden hits again. He's got
13 points here in the second quarter, and the Rockets have their largest lead of the night.
Shot clock is down to 4. Harden working on Johnson. Harden somehow got into the paint.
Gets it to go, and a foul. That is a circus shot. Plenty of time.
Here's Harden, defended by Johnson. Harden
able to connect on the 20-footer. He's got 24 points.
Turned the ball over at too high a clip. They're number 28 in the league, and there's a 3-pointer good for Houston. And it's James Harden, who has been shooting only 29. Nowitzki gets it out to Harden in a hurry. Harden takes it through the lane, lays it up and in. And Rick Carlisle wants to call a timeout that time. And Beverly brings it up. Beverly gets a step. Beverly lays it up, missed it, and right there is Harden for the tip back.
By committee.
Shot clock at 7. It's been Harden's ball all the way. Fires it up and in. I think he wanted that shot. 3:46, 1:30 left to play. Harden with that fallback. Got it.
Monte Ellis is a little bit too small. Oh, and that was Jameer Nelson on the post. James certainly had a mouse in the house.
Going. Steps back, fires, got it. He banked it in at the buzzer. Oh, my goodness. Chandler Parsons. Outside ball movement by Houston. Now they got the big guy on him, and Harden hits a three over Brandon Wright.
The Bears.
They tried Tyson Chandler on him.
For the Harden. 30 seconds left. Harden to the basket. And it counts. Count it. And he gets one. James Harden is magnificent. Harden steps back. Nobody comes to guard him. How do you figure they're going to say, go ahead, James, take the shot? Offensively, number 9 in the NBA in steals per game. But he does more than that. He guards his man. Harden puts it up and got it. James Harden now 2 for 3 from behind the arc.
The rust on it. But what a great year. The original Dream Team, Matt. Come on. It still hadn't sunk in.
Oh, a tomahawk jam.
Wow.
In New Orleans, and they did a lot of shuffling around there. There's Harden putting it up the Harden way. 3-point possibility. Harden will fire. And the Rockets hit another three.
He's impressive deep.
Yep, second year out of Miami. Harden hits from the outside on a three. James Harden 4 for 7 behind the arc. Good to see him shooting that three-pointer again. Good pickup on Dallenberg. 24-second shot clock went off, but that didn't disrupt the fast break. And James Harden with a big slam. Harden on the drive. He just waited.
Yeah, the patience.
Yeah.
He's so strong, though. He held Weir off with one arm.
Pretty well.
Darn good.
I was thinking Don McClain.
The singer. There's Harden with a three. Harden steps back, fires from the corner. Oh, baby, what a shot. Harden with his 6th three of the game. Got him 9 more seconds. Harden steps behind the line. Shoots. Throws again. James Harden with his 7th three-pointer of the game. And it's blocked. Gives it up to Harden. Harden lays it in. What a block by McLemore. Wow, on a timeout taken by Mike Malone. The Rockets up to Cousins out front. He's got great ball skills, although he threw that away. Now it's Demo. He's got to beat Williams down the court. Drops it off to Harden. Oh, yeah. What a play by Demo. All the way across court, Papa Nicolau. Guarded by Carl Landry as another former Rocket. Harden pulls up, hits.
Yeah, the Rockets offense is clicking.
Just about 30% from the free throw line. Harden back outside. Costas, Papa Nicolau gives it right back to Harden. Harden looked around and said, hey, nobody's guarding me. About 7 rebounds a game. McLemore again. He steps back, fires, hits.
James, you know, that's the maturity in James. This is where Cannon needs to continue to score. Don't be passive.
Harden lays it up and in. Oh, the traffic was heavy. Knocked away by Cannon. Gets another steal. That's 4 steals for him tonight. Papa Nicolau. Harden says, I'll try one more time. And this time he hits, and he looks to the heavens. The three, missed it, and the cannonball with a rebound. Gets it up ahead to Harden. Harden in a hurry. Harden right down the middle lane. Oh!
Goaltending.
Didn't have to, but Thompson goaltending. And Harden with a steal. James Harden can walk it home. Campaign.
No, I just like the way he plays. He's had a great feel for the game, guys.
Well, I do too, and I'm the head of the fan club for Demo.
I know.
There's Harden putting it up and in.
You can like Demo.
Teammates will tell you didn't pass it. But I know the Big E. You can't say anything bad about Elton.
Nothing.
That's
I love the Big E.
The Big E's my guy.
Absolutely.
Well, that stops a 6-0 run by Blake Griffin. Harden with a rebound. That's usually a good decision. Harden on the drive, lays it up and in. He makes layups from the most unusual angles in the league. New ticks. Harden put him in the popcorn machine for 2 and 1.
I love.
Of course,
Doc Rivers.
Rockets have run out of weapons.
Phenomenal coach, year in and year out.
Harden goes to the basket for 2. Misses. Harden takes it inside, drops it in. He beat Turkoglu to the bucket.
Well, the Bucks coming off a game in Detroit. As Harden figured it out, if he takes it in there, he's going to score. He was over. Harden looking in, Montejunas in the post against Ilyasova, who overplays. And Harden says, I've had enough. Three-pointer from the top. He stays with it. Boy, he is. Everyone knows he's a great player. I just wonder if they know how great he can be.
I don't know. Got to play.
Yeah,
we've known coaches over the years. I won't name them. That's an and one. Could go for 4. Some coaches just constantly complained about their schedule.
As part of a contract negotiation, was one of the great negotiators of all time, and that's Mike Dunleavy. Harden inside. And doesn't it figure that Dunleavy would come up with a formula?
He would have figured it out too.
Let's see. I hit a few threes. What does that mean? There's another 3 by Harden.
This is a rocket ship. They're exploding.
So Dunleavy figured out the 15th against the Knicks, actually. 5 on the shot clock. Harden, the lefty, hits another one. Tough one with Bayless right there.
He's got so many skills in terms of one-on-one play.
Papanikolaou finds Harden, and he puts up another tough shot. It's a 3 with Bayless challenging again. Let's check in with Telly.
Well, Jim, Coach Kidd is realizing that James Harden is starting to get
fundamentally and good shooters.
4th foul on Bayless. I think I would learn to pass, and then pass some more and pass some more. For one thing,
I would learn to be what I learned to be.
Oh, Harden had the layup, passed it off, and Demo gave it, and Harden with a tip in. 7-0 run by Houston. Inside, blocked by Demo. And here's Harden in the open court. He's got a couple to pick from. He says, why not myself? There you go, 8 seconds left. Harden wants to take the last shot as he steps back, fires and hits. Man, you know it's coming. You just can't stop. Ball. 10 turnovers now by Memphis. Harden puts it up and in for a 3 from the parking lot.
Professional guy.
He wasn't even supposed to make the team this year. Harden with a fall away.
Well, the beard, he just does what he always does.
Commitment to defense has really helped the Rockets overall, I think.
Yeah.
And saying, hey, I'm going to take charge of my game. And he flips it up and in, count it, and 1 for the best 2-guard in the NBA.
6 from the field.
That's the good thing for Minnesota is they are actually able to score here. They've had some tough starts to games as Harden does the Euro step right there. Picks the ball up. Fakes the right left, the 1-2 to the hoop.
Harden will take it and make it. And the Rockets are a perfect 5 of 5 from the field. Timberwolves with their largest lead of the game. James Harden quickly gets 3 of them back.
Baseline and finds little places to sit down and make himself available.
How about that post pass by Adrian, though? On the other end, the Rockets quickly answer. Chang denied by Papanikolaou. Here come the Rockets looking to run. Jason Terry gives it back for Harden. A lot of contact there. No whistle. Harden gets the finish, and Flip Saunders is going to use a timeout. Bench, after a little bit of a break, has a rattle out. Harden, another Euro step. There it is, and another bucket.
Got to get back in transition. You got to get matched up with Harden.
No, Ariza skies for the rebound. Took it away from
It's quick shots that make Zach LaVine a minus player on the floor. And James Harden gets another and one opportunity.
Shot clock down to 3. Harden, 4-3.
It's too easy. shot maker for them. When you have a guy that can play off the ball and then also be a primary ball handler, what a luxury at the two-guard position.
Wiggins misses them both. He's shooting under 70% at the free throw line on the season. And count the basket. 3 run for the Wolves. Harden with Boz on him.
On roller skates. On roller skates.
And now Harden trapped him. An 11-0 run for Minnesota. Harden for the 3.
You can't go under the screen. You got to chase him over the top. If you go up, Andrew Wiggins just doesn't understand at this level.
Over to Harden now as the Suns have come back to within 2 points. 6 points in a row for Phoenix. And Harden. Tucker trying to stay with him. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Down to 5. Harden steps back, fires hit.
The Beard says, you know what, I'm going to get you sooner or later.
With those kids, but he wants to play basketball, and that's why you got to get these guys back on the court. There's Harden to the basket, puts it up and in.
Good move by James. Just
really leads the charge on this, doesn't he?
He does. He sets the culture for the entire organization. It's all about how we can get back to the community, primarily from a winning perspective. So
up ahead to Harden. Harden on the drive, puts it up and got the roll. Now James Harden with back-to-back buckets.
Is learning. He has really come alive this year in so many aspects of the game. A little more consistency, but there's Harden's trying to get to the line, and he could score with someone hanging all over him.
Play by Harden.
Better be in shape to play these guys.
There's Harden down the lane again. Hesitation, change of speed, change of direction. 3 of them are dunks. First playing time for Mo Spates. And Harden with a steal and finish. Well, you're getting Houston's A game right now. The Rockets look like a 16-14. Fouls on Curry. 1 of 9 3-point shooting by the Warriors. And the Rockets 10 of 15 with no Bogut. Make it 11 of 16. Houston's playing with a lot of confidence. I don't know if Houston can play any better.
I don't think they can shoot any better. That's for sure.
So many deliveries.
1 or 2 here in the second, but nothing to speak of. They lead the league in fast break points at 20 a game. Well, now the drought's over. New Orleans and Washington for a couple years each after that. And then look at the Lakers, and that's just easy. James Harden. That's too easy.
Harden has them right where they want them.
Well, Harden's never in a hurry.
Missing the 3 and then ramming it in the quarter.
2 of them in this quarter. That's nice. You got to match him.
Harden right to the rim. His first field goal in the second half.
Just can't.
Harden never in a hurry. He is fun to watch.
Warriors can push it up.
Down to 3. The crossover. Somehow gets it to Beverly. Rattling out. What a finish.
How did that pass get to Beverly in the first place and leave him open?
Foul line J is off.
Boy, they needed that.
This might be Harden's time as he buries a 3. This 15th Warrior turnover.
He's always reaching.
Putting it up and in.
How do you stop that?
They want Harden again. Shot clock at 5. Draymond contests the 3 and he buries it anyway.
He's got to get closer. He just gave him too much space.
The guy rebounds better than the U.S. economy. I mean, he's always around the basketball, sometimes to a fault for their offense, but Reggie couldn't benefit there as Harden knocks down his first 3 of the game. A lot of new faces on the roster this year, so they have to learn his vocabulary, the way he likes to play them, the style on both ends, prove the guys that you have to make improvements both offensively, but more importantly, defensively.
Taking Kobe is James Harden with a little push off there on Williams. Under 7 to go in the first half. Well, nice night last night with 34 break points. They're +7. They're +5 in points off turnovers. Here comes Harden. James Harden with that stroke right there. First of 5 in a row for the Sacramento team. And Harden with the steal. McLemore will defend, hits the deck, and James goes up. And Harden has quickly put in 15 points by Jason Terry. 2 of 13 shooting by that Rocket bench. Here comes Harden. Deep back Collison. Oh, knocked away. What a great swat that time. But they counted for 2.
Vice.
Stauskas, he doesn't. I read him all the time. And he loves the tunes. Here comes Harden trying to split the defense and does. James Harden, who now has 24 points and 13 in this third. Harden's got a game-high 24. Defended by Sessions. Now he's got 26, and he's rolling here late.
Kings only 4 assists since halftime.
It's Harden finding a double, and the shot clock is down to 8. Works into McLemore and slams it in with authority. Beverly, Harden for the tie. Got it! What a shot by James Harden outside.
Secondary possessions, key shots by Troy Daniels, kept McHale finding offense, and now the Kings with a chance on the road to get a win, and Harden starts it off right.
He's got 34.
41 three-point attempts so far. That number's going to rise.
Harden again. He's hit again. James Harden has caught fire, 37 points.
Hold in a hoop, and that's what they've been about here in the last 3 minutes of this basketball game.
Harden with the drive again, and he scores again. 3 consecutive baskets.
Well, there went down to the ground.
Swerving is Harden for 2. Timeout Sacramento. Harden has put in 41.
In exchange for Doug McDermott. Harden with a 3. Big. Now Dwight's got it. Here comes Harden. Trying to get the ball. He does, and he shovels it up and in. And the Rockets are back to running, led by Dwight Howard. Opportunity.
Probably going to go high pick and roll. Just let it go. 1-4 flat.
There he goes. Over the mandible for 2 and 1.
10 games, so he's really been playing well.
Harden's got it, gets a pick from Demo, and hits a 3.
Yeah, Flalo went underneath the pick.
Harden on the wing with the isolation. Oh, yeah, welcome to the league. Harden with the basketball, difference. About 4 seconds, shot clock, game clock. Setting that pick is Demo. Harden to the bucket for the slam. Wow. Now the Rockets need a stop. 40. Harden steps back, shoots it over a Flalo for 2.
Just his 12th game of the year as he comes up with a steal. Now, that was a great steal. He anticipated that. As soon as Lawson blew by him, he went for the bounce pass because he knew that he would make the pass to the big man rolling. If the refrigerator to get a beer or to get a sandwich, you're going to miss 2 or 3 field goals. And maybe a layup or 2 from James Harden. They play at ups by example. Here's Harden. Has a follow on that left hip. The step back is good for James Harden. James Harden has a million moves.
Anybody about him, and especially Brian Shaw, he just talks about his ridiculous toughness and physicality as that time Harden gets the better of him. Harden trying to shake free of Chandler. Gets bumped, still finishes. James Harden in this opening half has 20 points. Here he is on a Flalo. Harden on the drive, banking it home. James Harden now with 25 points.
Not bad, huh?
That was impressive. And that was something that Brian Shaw said he would try tonight. Chandler or Gallinari at the 2 as Harden connects on the jumper, and Houston has its first lead.
Defense by Denver.
Boston's had at least 9 assists in 18 straight games. Harden will take and hit.
He's 0 for 4 in a 3-ball. There it is, right there. There it is, right there.
Harden on Arthur. Harden, a 3 is good.
Can you believe it?
James Harden nails.
See, they did that by design. They got Lawson on that switch.
Here's Harden on the drive to the rim, lays it in.
See, that's great basketball. They started Harden up high and was on Harden. They were looking for that Lawson switch again.
Harden, the step back. You bet. James Harden now with 39 points.
Harden's wide open. Good. Takes Asik inside, has it knocked away. Harden's got 4 seconds. Down to 3, down to 2. Harden steps back, fires, hits. My goodness gracious.
And Austin Rivers said, well, what do I have to do to guard this guy?
Will re-sign with us before we make this deal. So apparently they had a good conversation with him about re-signing as a free agent.
I'm not 100% sure that Brandon Wright will stay in Boston.
Yeah. They're starting 5 in the game for the final 2 minutes. Harden uses that pick, going downhill to the basket. Boy, once the big freight train starts coming, to him. And the shot clock running down now. 1, down to 2, and a strip by Beverly. Up ahead to Harden. Harden goes around Babbitt. And the Rockets get within 4 points. Timeout, New Orleans. Run by New Orleans. Harden on the drive, in and got it, muscled it in. Cunningham in and out, and White with a great rebound. Gets it out to Harden again. Rockets still have life. Harden goes right between them for 2. 38 minutes, 16 points, 10 assists. And Harden turns the corner, lays it up, and got it. James Harden with 21 points. Off 6, 7, 8 points in a row and get Atlanta to call a timeout. Back outside, James is wide open. Yes.
That's going to help James's confidence.
A dead run. Back to Harden. Harden fires a 3 and hits.
Sure is nice to have Papa Nicolau back because he can set up James.
Harden to the basket.
See how strong James goes to the basket. Millsap did not want to foul him.
He's old school, always has trouble in that. Right, the Rockets with a crossover from Harden. Harden gets it inside. He'll fade back and hit. And the Rockets have come all the way back.
Got to have recognition.
Harden taking it inside, and it goes. Boy, he's got such a great touch on that shot. Houston. Back to Harden again. Now he'll go to work. This is Harden time with 5 on the shot clock. Harden passed up the 3. Trying to get rid of Matthews. Matthews, pretty good defensive player too, but he can't do anything on an 8-2 run.
First 2 years since Oscar, Tiny, Allen Iverson, and LeBron James.
Pretty good company.
Oh, I'll say. Harden to the basket for 2 and 1. Man. There it is. Steal. Harden. Nice pass, Corey Brewer. Having Corey Brewer.
I always thought, just give it to me. That was the play.
Or give it to Harden. That's a good idea. That's one thing. You 6. And he's got good wheels. He's not a particularly great shooter either from the outside, but he's a good slasher. There's Harden. Got it! And a 4-point play possibility. Game 8 points. Lillard stolen by Harden. Look at all the white jerseys. Who's he going to pick out? Well, go ahead and shoot. A 3-point play the Harden way.
Gets the early whistle.
It's a foul. It's a foul.
There's a steal by Harden. He's got Crabbe to beat. He does for 2 and 1. 26 points for the Bears. Harden's got Batum on him. Harden taking it to the bucket. Puts it up and in. You can't guard him. The crowd wants Harden. Harden on the drive. Harden to the basket for 2 more. At the buzzer.
You know, he was lean and mean when he got here. Now he's got a lot more muscle, and free throw shooting is all muscle memory. You have to regain it.
Yeah, that could be. There's Harden with muscle memory.
He's got a lot of it. Any of those.
Well, we've seen 2 from James already tonight.
Yeah.
Now we've seen 3.
James says you're not going to go behind that pick on me.
They have not given up. They fought all night. The Rockets have just been incredible on the offensive end.
Championship team. Harden puts up a three.
For Joey Dorsey, so now those two guys have matched the Rockets season high in one game.
Well, you could win a lot of money on that question. There's Harden with a step back.
Rebound, Modi Units. Harden. He's a one-man fast break.
Well, you need to stop the basketball early.
There with a rebound. Fresh shot clock for the Rockets. Harden backs down, and another and that opportunity. Tony Allen called for the foul.
We like to call him Marcus All.
And again, Harden, Grizzlies not getting to James Harden before he puts his head down and gets a full head of steam. Tony Allen on the guard against Harden. Fade away by Harden is in. Boxing Day, in case you're wondering, it was a British tradition.
Veronica and Sean Toohey with the second half call.
Tony Allen around a Modi Unit screen, and Harden is there to drill the three.
Do you go under? Do you go over? Do you trade? If you get a pick and a switch then your big guy is being guarded by a small guy.
Harden, hesitation move. Set up Prince nicely and took it all the way to the rim. Could recapture the lead. Harden ties the game at 73. Now Harden, shot clock inside of 5. His three is through. Harden picked up by Prince. Harden's got the angle and laid it in. Tied at 104. 15.5 remaining, and the Grizzlies a chance. And the Grizzlies did not execute very well, and Houston will walk out of here a winner. Harden dunks it. They give him 32.
Spurs-themed holiday decor that you'd like to send us, upload those pictures onto Instagram using hashtag #SpursLive. We'd love to check them out, and we may even share them during tonight's broadcast.
Shooting those long threes and long twos, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, threes have just been his downfall. 28% in his career.
The spacing was bad. Couldn't make that pass there.
Harden lays it up and in.
Now that's where you just got to keep your focus. There's no way that pass to Corey Joseph can be made. And didn't see him either, apparently.
That might have been the first time that Baines ever sneaked anywhere. You're right, I didn't notice him either. As Harden counters here, Bellinelli. Green, a tough task of trying to stay with Harden and not foul as he puts it in off the glass.
It's great use of his body there by James Harden. I've just been saying, and all I'm saying is, if you're the league, don't you want to protect your product? Don't you want a good product every night? I mean, you're wearing guys out with schedules like that.
There's another steal. Here comes Harden against Bellinelli. Green with a block and a goaltend will be called. That was on the way down. Not a foul.
How about the assist from Manu? If that qualifies as one, Danny Green finding his range.
Harden comes right back to score the other way. Knocked away, got it back. Kick out. Harden, wide open three. You're asking for it.
He was the guy who wasn't going to miss.
It sold me.
Well,
I thought, oh no! And it's pawed away anyway. Harden and the dunk. Got to protect the basketball.
James Harden reaching from behind.
And then the Rockets have come right back to make it too tight. Two-possession game. Harden for three. And it's a one-possession game with 52 seconds to go.
Where have we seen this before?
So another year together, they've got much better and much more experience.
Harden turns the corner. Plays it up and in.
I didn't know we had an interview with Kimber. We did. There's Demo with the rebound on the missed shot. Harden going downhill all the way to the bucket for two. The player of the week.
You know what Drew Gooden comes into the game to do. He's a scorer. Looking to score.
Harden hits it inside, throws it up and in. James Harden.
To find an easy hoop, and when you don't have it, pull it out and play for the last.
James Harden against Washington has averaged right under 30 points a game, and he puts up two more.
field goal percentage in the paint. The Wizards are number 4 in the league. The Rockets are number 25 field goal percentage in the paint.
Harden deep, hits a three. Good pick. And Demo's right there to clean the glass. Quickly. Up to Harden on the run. That's what you got to do. I like that. Get that ball up the court. That's Rockets basketball from last season. Fake. Demo with a good reaction on the defense, and Harden with the rebound. Good defensive possession for Houston. Harden on the run, turns Pierce around, lays it up and in. Brewer, if they'd have swung it, Brewer was wide open in the corner. So he's just holding the ball now. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Harden. Yes! And this game is tied. He's playing awfully good defense here down the close. Shot clock at 7 seconds. Harden and Nene. Harden steps back, fires it. Boy, is he good. We'll bring it up. 6-point game. Harden. Count the basket and a foul. Harden will rise up and hit the three. 7 seconds left to play.
I knew that.
Old school. All right, here we go. 3 seconds down to 2. Harden again. Got it again. Half a second left. I think in the film sessions that play will be shown quite a few times. Brewer back outside to Harden. Three-pointer for James. 40-34, the Hornets. Biggest lead of the game. Hornets on a 9-0 run. Harden to the basket. Neal. There's a steal by Josh. Ariza gives it up to Beverly. Harden gets to the three-point line and hits. The Beard with 10. Goal. And it's 45-41.
I just hope the Rockets regroup, come back in the second half, play 24 minutes of great basketball.
Harden with a nice release now. He's starting to warm up. That's his third three-pointer of the game. Inside, Ariza back out to Harden again. Harden steps back, fires, hits. James Harden with 4 three-pointers tonight. Put it up there in a hurry. Tipped up the air, and Harden's got it. Good job by Demo to keep that ball alive. Harden, they ran off and left him. How do you do that? Miss it. And the rebound to Harden. Harden going downhill. And goaltending called on Biombo. The three-pointer now to keep Charlotte very close in this game. A minute and a half left to play in the quarter. Harden steps back, fires, hits. James Harden. Shot clock, game clock. Harden stops to fire a three, and he hits it. As we head to the playoffs. James looking down, he's going to take the three. Three-pointer for James Harden.
He's not selfish when he's getting his 30 points a game. It's just coming in the flow of the game.
He's trying his best to get everyone involved.
Harden steps back, fires, hits! Oh, what a move by Harden! Basketball.
He just...
Champagne! A new career high, three-pointers made for James Harden.
It's cheap. Yeah, Detroit's paying his salary. And James Harden, sweet move. James Harden getting to the cup. Tough cover on the step back. Guy's really good, by the way. You know, a lot of people wondered when he was taken by Sam Presti, like Ryan Anderson has. So 11 early for Evans, 12 now for Anderson, and Harden right by Rivers for the layup. 8.5 to play in the opening 24 minutes. At 26 a contest. They're only 3 for 5. They'll get there. And that guy especially. Harden's got a little space. He'll get you every time.
That's not a good shot.
He
makes it anyway.
Yeah, as it slips through the net, you say that.
Shoots a three. And that's good. That's good offense.
Holiday trying to track him. He'll get a layup out of it. Off the simple high screen. So James Harden in double figures. He's got 11 now.
There's an intercepted pass by Donatas Motiejunas. Beverly back to Harden. Says, I won't miss 2 in a row. And he doesn't. Found inside position. And a steal by Ariza again. He tipped it over to Harden. Harden all the way to the bucket.
Beautifully done by the Bears.
Harden again to the basket for 2.
Beautifully done by James Harden.
That's a real moment right there.
Going downhill. Yeah. Dennis Johnson was a heck of a defender.
Yeah, he was.
Harden goes to the basket and it goes in. In the paint area, he missed it. Tipped it outside. Here's Josh Smith. He's got helpers. Oh, great pass to Harden. Josh Smith with the assist. And Harden with the slam. Harden with the rebound. Harden fires up a 3, and the Rockets just keep the pressure on.
Yeah, a lot of times the Rockets, when they let guys cut behind them along the baseline, those are defensive mistakes they can do better at.
And Harden takes it up for 2 and 1. I don't know. Rockets one of the better offensive rebounding teams in the NBA. And Harden to the basket for 2. James Harden. 5 different combinations tonight. And they'll go back and look at the tape. Harden with a 3.
Beverly. Harden outside against Heinrich. Oh, he lost him 15 feet away and pours the jumper in.
Yeah, he's so good off the dribble.
Harden against Heinrich. Shot inside, and he scores again.
You're not going to be able to stop him. You just want to make him work on both ends.
And not foul. Here's Beverly. And then long range, and that's good. That's a 3 by Harden.
Perfecting that post game. He gets that block down there, gets his man on his block. He's got a variation of moves.
Harden, what a drive and a finish. Oh, he just set that up nicely.
Wide open, that's your BMO Harris Bank Telestrator.
And Derek has exploded now. He was 0 for his first 3, and now he's made 4 in a row.
Oh, that's
Harden
a tough shot.
Knocks one down from the perimeter.
Again.
There's a pickoff by Ariza. Beverly outside to Harden. He fires, and that's like a free throw for Harden right there. Howard at the other end. He's stripped away. Harden's on the run. Harden down the lane, gallops in, got a shot up and good.
He knew he was going to do that. He didn't care who was back.
NBA Finals, going for championships, the wear and tear of the games, the pressure of the playoffs that has been on him. And, you know, you and I spoken.
LeBron James actually had the summer off, Doug, didn't participate with USA Basketball, and much documented loss of about 15 pounds as Harden knocks down just his 2nd field goal. And Cleveland's going to have numbers coming back, but a steal by Ariza and a little room service for James Harden.
And see, if you're David Blatt, the last thing you want to see is James Harden get an easy basket.
Irving percolating with 34. Harden on the drive. Gets a little get back on that play. It's some tough shots. End of the shot clock that time. Harden with the crossover and 1. Vintage James Harden.
2.5 minutes if we're going to try to win this game. Got to get stops and scores on every possession.
Fresh-legged James Harden knocks down the 3. Had a long rest at the start of the 4th.
Good night.
For those in general, I said. Those in general. Okay. Harden with the step and the layup.
Too easy.
And it has been a layup drill against the Knicks. Harden. Outlet by Prigioni. And he fires. Yes.
70 times he gave them the little jab step just to throw Pablo Prigioni. And that is a skilled marksman as he comes up with the steal.
Here's Harden with Ariza, and Harden takes it by himself. Harden with a beautiful move. Harden on a step back. Yes.
Too easy. And he makes the game look too easy.
They have an 11-point lead. Harden played by Galloway, looking to draw the foul. There was contact, no call, as he hits from downtown. Working on Howard, who's come to life in this 3rd quarter. Knocked the ball away, and it's another turnover for the Knicks, ending up in the hands of Harden.
Nice outlet there by Dwight Howard to look ahead to find the streaking.
Which is astounding, and that is last in the league. A lot of open looks here tonight by Houston. Harden out of fadeaway.
And he can get that shot anytime he wants.
Harden open for three. Yes. Just flicked it. Effortless.
Comfortable in transition. They're almost last in the league in transition baskets.
Rockets are the #2 team in the NBA in steals, and there's one of the reasons why. Harden gets it up and in. The Rockets. Hayward puts it up. All the way to the bucket. James Harden.
Well, when you don't get in front of James Harden.
Distinguished career and played every night.
I think 3 of the top 4 power forwards to ever play the game are from Louisiana. Bob Pettit, Karl Malone, and Elvin Hayes.
That's correct. Beverly gets it back from Demo. Cross court to Harden, who's wide open, and he got it finally. Three-pointer. Yeah, he's in it. He's back in the game. 21 points for the Bears.
And then he slaps his defender on the rear end saying, good D.
Yeah, if you wear a mask.
If you're on skates.
Harden rocks back, fires. There have been 45 turnovers in this game. Harden. Yes. Well, you just got to go back to the Bears. 26 points. Harden's 30th game this year with 20 or more points.
Pretty good team in the Western Conference. Not this year, but in the future years.
Harden puts up a three, and we're talking about right now. For James Harden is the best. 29 points.
Off the made basket, Houston on the push. Harden, his first touch. Big challenge here for Bogdanovic. Step back jumper for 2. That's special. Wow. He gets it in for Harden. Meanwhile, it's 18-14 Houston. Nets are shooting 7 of 8 from the field, but the Rockets aren't missing. Harden from the corner for 3. Teams in the NBA. 14th in the league, 101.5 points per game. Harden is the #1 scorer in the league as he hits on the jump. Lopez tried to get a handle on it, but couldn't. Harden, like a freight train, right down the lane. Harden will handle it. 4 seconds left against Anderson. Harden with the fake. Harden to the hoop. It goes, and a foul. James Harden with a tremendous individual effort. Jack. Houston's got a 5-point lead and looking for a 2-for-1. Harden fires the triple. He's got it.
It's just amazing how fast they can come down the floor.
Lunis averaging 6 boards per game. Cleans the glass.
And that's just settling just then.
Harden for 3. He cans it, and it's the largest lead of the night for the Rockets. A drive. Lopez sticks with him. Now they switch back with Jack. Harden, step back, book it.
Boy, you know, for a guy who doesn't get off the floor.
He has 27. He's in a matchup with Anderson. Anderson likes the challenge.
Here comes the show.
Harden. Count it. It's a 3. Creative and craft.
For it against Oladipo. James Harden. Quick spin move and an easy 2 points. The #1 scorer in the NBA. Just under 27 per game. Harden getting a screen. Takes it all the way to the basket. Rockets with Harden. Into the lane. Flips it in with the offhand. His right hand. 7 for James Harden. His right hand. 7 for James Harden. And the steal. Brewer back to Harden. Now 39% from beyond the arc despite his recent struggles. Bonnie's on the deck. Howard and Oladipo. And Harden knocks down a 3. So far, knock on wood, the Magic have done a pretty good job of guarding Harden without fouling. Corey Brewer in and out. Harden with the rebound. 7 in the quarter for Harden, 10 in the quarter for Howard.
Not at least not in the second half. A little stretch in the first, but he's going to be the finisher.
Not much resistance that time. Rockets back on top. Harden. Harden trying to get a 2-for-1, and he does it. Point. That's terrific offense. Harden.
Just looks too easy for him. He can just go wherever he wants to go.
14 games with a fractured right hand. Here's Harden. There's a shot clock running down, able to go glass. How he got that shot off against
quarter scoring. Why is that important? It's because your other teammates can get a rhythm off of your play. In the second quarter, you can allow other guys, just like that play right there by Harden, to make sure his team wins regardless of his stats.
Deion Waiters checking in, coming on for Robertson, and Harden beat him off the dribble. He went right at Waiters. Smith kicks it back out. They swing it. Harden. Then on a switch by Waiters. Harden. Yes, another three for Harden and the Rockets, and Harden against his former team.
Up my stats.
Just under 5 left in this first. Oh! Harden on the way, able to split through. So this once a 26-point lead. And how this game has changed is Harden with a nice move inside, doing it from outside and from inside. NBA with 11 attempts. I should say with 34 attempts a game. And also lead in made threes. Harden with defensive end. Now Durant is going up against Harden, who steps back and fires. Oh, again, goes glass on an impossible angle.
Not many athletes do it. Most try. It's really hard to execute.
And unfortunately, as Harden hits again from downtown, people just fire things out, even when you go to sporting events, no matter what.
However, they do turn it over about 15 times a game. The Rockets are number 29. There's Harden to the basket for 2 more.
Good action by the Rockets offensively, getting slashes to the basket.
Good. Now Harden pulls it back out.
Beard showing why he's the best one-on-one player in the game today.
Out on the perimeter now. Lee's got him on the switch. Harden steps back, fires from the elbow and hits. Finally.
Give him some space and tell him to go to work.
Howard now sets a pick. Back to back. Field goals for the first time this game. Good contest. Did you see the way that Harden came out and contested that three? There's Harden back the other way, and boy,
that's Rockets basketball at its finest.
Went to high school in Dallas. C.J. Miles. Harden square on with a three.
Good shot.
Good rhythm from his legs on that one.
2 minutes. Harden will fire it up. Got it. Boy, he was ready to shoot that as soon as the ball got to him.
Mid-range. That's his stuff.
Very dependent.
In fact, he's number 5 in the league at mid-range percentage.
But Harden.
That was a great pick by Dwight Howard.
Yeah, and Harden said, and Pat Beverly walking it inside, missed it, but he laid it up for Harden, who was following right behind him.
There was 4 Rockets down the court.
God. And backs it out, looks up at the shot clock. 6 seconds, down to 5, down to 4 as Harden puts it up and in. Biggest lead of the game now for the Houston Rockets at 15 points. Harden. Extra pass. There's the open man. Beverly gives it up to Howard, gets it right back down the baseline. Now Harden will put up a three. Will go, and Howard with his 15th rebound of the game. His season high is 19. Harden says, I'm hot. Now let me have it. 21-point lead by Houston. James Harden with 29.
He was way ahead of his time. Very intelligent man.
Harden had to come back in the game. I know they would have liked to have rested him, but the bench couldn't get it done. So Harden's back in. Blocks a lot of shots.
Yeah, he and Isaiah Cannon look good in the NBA, let alone the D-League. He could really play.
And a whistle inside.
Excited to see Popeye's son.
That's pretty cool.
8-point game. Harden steps back, fires, and hits. James Harden with 40 points. Now Demo's got 5 seconds. He gets it to James. James, 3 seconds, down to 2, steps back, fires, and hits the incredible James Harden.
Keep an eye on that three-point line. They go right into Howard. Bogut knocking it away. And Beverly sets up Harden. And Harden buries a 3 to begin the ball game. Holiday.
They do a lot of switching with this unit.
Shot clock at 2. Harden flipping it up and in. Wow, is he good.
He beat 2 people there. He beat Holiday and Green. And only diminutive Patrick Beverly was left behind.
Harden trying to do it himself.
He can get that shot anytime he wants, Bob.
He's got 16. Harden right to the rim. Warriors picked up full court, and Houston broke it easily.
Harrison Barnes has to get in front of him. He's got to stay between him and the basket.
Beverly.
I'd like to see Lee get a few tonight here because he's approaching 10,000.
Yep. David needs 9.
Now he needs 7, right?
7. So Houston trying to begin the long road back in the game, and Harden can do it in a hurry as he barrels in that 3. And Steve Kerr saying, we're back to our halftime. Steph's got 19, Clay 24. And Dwight Howard with 5 fouls can just watch. And Harden with 30.
They have spot-on view. They realize how deep that was.
Harden down the lane, field goal on the foul.
Is there anybody?
They've gotten off to a very good start. They've mixed it up, too, with a lot of easy opportunities and hey, tremendous lucky rolls as well.
That ball's deflated.
Do you believe that?
Wow.
Halfway down and out. And Harden the other way. Flips it up with the left hand. And just like that.
His eyes lit up.
And that's batted away by Plumlee. James Harden from straight away downtown.
Yeah, to the wrong guy.
Winning the second quarter thus far, 16-10. Gerald Green, all 10 of his points here in the second. Tough fade away by James Harden. And all Gerald Green can do is shake his head. Second differential, 10 seconds to go in the half. Suns down 6. Oh, what a move by Harden. And then topples over Tucker. This lead for the Rockets. Off the steal, James Harden going all the way.
He just makes you dance defensively. I mean, you have no idea where he's going.
On Rockets ball, fast break opportunity. Ariza with a great pass to Harden for the layup.
Going to knock the jumper down, go right ahead.
4 seconds. This is for the game. Oh my goodness! And the buzzer sounds. James Harden with a buzzer beater.
Ton. It's okay with their coach and their general manager. They've given him the green light to do just that. Down the middle goes Harden, and it's 2-0.
Oh, that was just when Wayne Ellington tried to get around him. You're going to go out of bounds.
Now, this Rocket team, the last 6 games, they're in that win-loss kind of a back and forth as Harden scores again. And you know, you mentioned it's
or a shot just with the left. There's the pick by Beverly on Jordan Clarkson. Got careless.
And Harden goes all the way in transition. So defense to offense.
Up Ellington, who just let the flyby take effect, and he knocks down the shot.
Harden for 3. Nothing but net.
There's a reason why he leads the league in scoring.
Harden, stop, pop, look out. Too easy.
Well, he gets you on your heels. He starts pushing it up, and you start...
Loses control, and that's the 12th Laker turnover. James Harden back in the game. He goes all the way and scores.
What is the first rule of defense?
Stop the ball.
Stop the basketball in transition.
Washington. And then Thursday.
Another good team.
Yeah, and then Chicago comes in with Powell and Derrick Rose on Thursday. Harden again. James Harden, 7 out of 8 from the floor.
And the NBA rules they're getting closer and closer.
Can't see that one changing though. Here's Harden, step back.
He's got 20 on 10 shots. Job of swinging that right leg around to square his shoulders up. That was a nice play.
That's his 38th 3 of the year, and it's answered right back.
A nice step.
Well, he missed 2 layups.
See, now that was a bad decision by Jordan Clarkson there.
James Harden said, I'm not giving it up. I'm just going to do it myself. Then he comes down and scores. And he's going to lose it. That's turnover number 16. Brewer, Harden dunks it home. Wow, up the ladder he went as Brewer got it to him, and Harden barely got it on that. Here's Lynn from the outside. Not there. Harden's got another rebound. Harden down the middle he goes, all the way, lays it up and in. James Harden has 37 points.
As Demo turns it over almost.
Joey goes and gets it, gives it up, sets up Harden for a three from the outside. That was good hustle by Joey Dorsey to make that play. To Tyson Chandler, and he missed. Quickly up the court, Harden all the way to the bucket. He's fouled and counts. Nowitzki fouled him with his face. Foul sets that pick on Harden. Harden gets the loose ball. 2-on-1 fast break. Now Aminu joins the fray, but it's not to no avail. The Beard.
Rondo plays seconds all the way out to the past three-point line.
Well, he was Defensive Player of the Year one year in the NBA. There's Harden putting it up, but he says, I'm the Offensive Player of the Year in the NBA. Here comes Harden. James all the way across court to Ariza again. Had a little trouble getting control of the ball, but Beverly didn't. In and out won't go. Tipped up and in by Harden. In this game, he's done it by himself. 29 points for Ellis. Harden goes by Villanueva, and he hasn't taken over yet. As Jason Terry, Brewer, Harden, Smith, and T. Jones in the game for the Rockets as Harden takes it down the lane for two.
You're tuned here to Comcast Sportsnet. Mike and Tommy, back over to you.
All right, we'll do, Ab. Harden gets his first shot of the night and knocks down a three.
Well, there's one thing you cannot do against James Harden, and that is go underneath the picks.
Harden, oh, he's going to get a chance for a four-point play. Nice job by Turner.
I'll tell you.
He knew he was going to make that shot, but Turner hung in there through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and then it just stops.
Clear aside for Harden. Opts for the step away and buries it.
Rebound Harden. James Harden down the lane, gets to the rack, lays it in.
That's the thing that makes him so tough.
5 on the 24. Jones with the screen. Harden with the shot. Bang, right down the middle. 2.4 to play in the first. Pistons with another biggest lead. They're up 67-48. Harden for three, and it's through. If they had won had they kept him. Greg Monroe's shot won't fall. Andre lost the rebound. Here comes Harden. Down the lane to the finish. Down the lane to the basket. Off the high glass, no. Harden with the rebound. Brewer on the run. And back to Harden for a quick jam. Swipe by Contavious. Re-swipe by Montejunas. And Harden triples.
The pace of this game has quickened, and it's helping Houston right now. From Houston that we anticipated. We knew they weren't going to go down easy. We talked about it at halftime, but the Pistons, they've got to prove to themselves that they can hold them off.
And Harden drives and delivers a deuce and draws a foul for the Rockets. Harden starts down the lane, flips it up off glass with Greg Monroe hanging out of the basketball.
For sure. Now that clock eventually becomes a factor.
Harden trying to shake away from Contavious, can't. Finally steps back, fires and fills it. 9-96 lead, a minute and 20 left. Harden down the lane to the rim, lays it up, lays it in.
Be the primary defender on Harden tonight. One of the best perimeter defenders in the league as Harden still makes him pay with just a vicious step back. Well, you live with that shot in this opening frame. Harden spins it up and in, wanted the whistle again. And once again, the discipline of the officials you talked about, Jeff, not to blow it. Just checking into the game, off the mark on a three. Here's Harden, giving space. Collect.
But I'm from Tomball. He's very proud to be from there. He went to his alma mater last night, Tomball High School. Went to the basketball game. Said it made him reminisce about his time there, how he used to love football a lot more than basketball.
41-37, Rockets in front of the Bulls. Houston has won 6 of its last 7 at home as Harden connects on a gorgeous step-back triple. Joakim Noah getting a breather. He has 11 first-half rebounds already as Harden swoops in for 2.
Powell's pick-and-roll defense, though, he didn't make 2 years ago. And that's a testament to his hard work and dedication.
Harden on the drive, able to finish. He has Houston's last 9.
I watched every possession of that game, and they only got 5 free throws.
Another step back, and Harden connecting again, and he's really got it going in this second quarter
For their playoff hunt.
Looking up at New Orleans in the standings. Harden a 3. You bet. An exclamation point on a big-time performance, and Dwight Howard's fat head likes it.
John Henson's a good size. He's 6'11", out of North Carolina. There's 2 and 1.
The Beard going downhill, virtually unstoppable, guys.
Well, that's the reason why they got him, because he can reach way too far.
Yeah, got that right. There's Harden taking aim. And he's in the three-point shooting contest around the basket.
I don't know. We grew up in the Larry Bird era.
There's Harden with a fake. Got it to the middle. Faked it again. Oh, he had 2 nifty fakes. He faked a 3, then faked a behind-the-back pass. Third one.
Absolutely.
Mayo puts it up and in. All the way down court to Harden, streaking the other way for 2.
Well, that was easy.
Harden out front. Rockets can go 2 for 1, and there it is.
Oh, boy. Terrence Jones, before he got hurt, was lifting. James gets a layup. Lifted 225 on the bench press 5 times.
Rockets have the rebound. Josh Smith back outside to a wide open Harden.
And that's a good shot there for James, because every time he touches the ball in the half-court offense, they're doubling him.
The benefit of Josh Smith, very good basketball player.
Harden to the bucket for 2.
James had to use that offhand because Antetokounmpo is a good shot blocker.
They haven't hit it like they did earlier. Here's Ariza driving it back to Harden. Harden to the basket. There you go. It's Harden time, fellas.
Well, they made some great passes, spreaded the defense out, and now is porous so he could drive.
Picked up by Aldridge on the switch. Step back, crossover.
And he lets LaMarcus Aldridge know that you have no chance to guard me.
A little surprised that the Blazers didn't run somebody else at James.
But Demo, Josh Smith, there's a 15-footer by James.
Well, the great
Terrence Jones, those guys all can handle.
Yeah, that's why Josh and Terrence Jones are so good, because they can handle it.
And the rebound to Pat, so the Rockets get a fresh 24. Harden on the drive, over Kaman for 2.
The Beard.
The Beard over the other Beard. Rockets have, over 6 minutes, have been stuck on 37 or 6 since the 6:40 mark. Finally, 3-pointer.
He was here, and we said, boy, he's not bad. Well, he's turned into a very good player.
Harden from the corner for a 3. All right, now the Rockets need to try to get a stop.
He's got 22 points.
Harden with a 3.
Make that 25.
You can't call out his points very often because they keep adding up so fast, you're going to be behind.
That's right. And a steal by Ariza with those long arms. Giving it up to Harden. Goes down the middle, lays it up off the wrong leg. And here come the Rockets. Timeout. Terry Stotts has to force up a 3. Good defense by Houston. Here comes Harden on a dead run. Harden around Blake, lays it up and in. Tipped up again. Good save by Brewer. Harden to the bucket. Contact. Boy, Corey Brewer just did it all on that possession. Shoved him out at the other. All the way in the corner to Harden. Fires up a 3. Got it.
by Josh Smith. And a better shot by Harden, who has 43 points.
Last year in the playoffs, we know what they're all about, what their heart is like, and they showed it again tonight.
Harden.
Tucker misses. Corey Brewer rips down the rebound. And chance for the last shot. James Harden wastes no time, buries the triple. Comes up short. Harden gets his own. And Harden rattles it home. Well, these are the kind of possessions for Phoenix on the other end. Driving Jeff Hornacek crazy over there.
The rest of the way here in the first half.
Harden with 9 points going to the hole, and he's fouled. So James Harden on the attack, and back to the line he goes. Count it.
With Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook playing at a high level, I think those two are top 5 right now in the NBA. And they're right, as Harden scores over Bledsoe.
Yeah, the lob from Josh Smith and the alley shot here. One of those dig down deep ball games before the All-Star break. Harden buries a 3. Clutch. And can't get it to go. Look at Bledsoe just scrapping. Beverly comes away with it though. There's Harden looking for a foul. Doesn't get it, but he does get it to roll. And Harden, he is hurt. Break. Final game for the Suns before the break. Rockets with a back-to-back and a little lob from Terry to Harden to take the big shots. His role has changed significantly this year with the 3 guards. You wonder if he's going to start taking it more often. As Harden just a quick answer.
Harden right back down. And you don't need a superstar to score in this league. Just ask the Atlanta Hawks.
To get it. Well, here comes Houston. Harden an assist away from a triple-double. He'll take it himself. And the spin is true. James Harden with 33 tonight. From Bledsoe. With 33. A step back mid-range, knocks it down. James Harden 35 to the NBA. And Harden added to it. He buried the Suns in late January with a game winner and with a strong hand, a little floater. Harden just taking over here. All contending teams, they went 3-5. And then a loss against Sacramento on the road Sunday. Here's Harden. And Harden drops another one. James Harden.
Redick on Harden. Harden steps back and drills it.
Okay, I've been trying to hold on.
Papanikolaou with the deflection and steal. Here's Harden. Runs down the floor and banks it in. Their defense leading to offense. And Jeff, they're an improved defensive team. Harden, meanwhile, has only been to the line twice. That's the key in stopping James Harden. Sidestep there. Beautiful move to get by Redick.
Second most in the league, nearly 17 a game. They almost turned it over on Beverly's drive, but they keep the ball and swing it around to Harden, who hits a 3. Harden is 38% this year on his three-point heave. Much more meaningful and purposeful movement. Baseline drive, baseline drift leads to a Harden 3 from the corner. And Tyson with authority. Oh! Had the rebound but threw the ball away, and Harden scores.
Nobody mattered than Tyson Chandler himself that time. Houston going through some of those same aches and pains as a team, especially offensively, very out of sync.
There's Harden tossing in a prayer to answer Villanueva's 3. Bad decision. Turnover Dallas, their 15th of the game. Harden's back in, he's driving and scoring, and it's down to 10 now. And another timeout is taken by Rick. 3 is no good. Outlet pass, Harden is able to collect it, tipped it away from Minu. Wild shot by James Harden.
And he's wanting the call, but he created the contact.
Harden goes right down the pipe.
There's a high pick and roll right there, getting James on the move to the basket. There's another
Harden. Good defense by Toronto. Now Harden's wide open. No way that wasn't going in. Harden playing cat and mouse, and the cat wins. The big cat.
James says, cook him.
A lot. Keeps it alive. There's a move by James. Puts it up and in. Boy, he got deep in the lane and then stepped back.
Lowry only 2 for 12 in this game. The Rockets have done a good job on him. Harden steps back after a little razzle-dazzle. All those shows were so good. There's Harden. He's been shut out tonight, and he finally gets it to go. Nice shot. All right, Harden will have it. Can go 2 for 1. Here's his first one.
Beautiful. A great pick by Terrence Jones on the high pick and roll.
Down to 5 seconds. Got to make a move. I guess he's going to shoot the 3. Steps back and does and hits. I've seen that so many times.
Your shooter, light it up.
He said, let Harden do it. See, Prigioni's pretty smart.
Good decision.
Yeah. And he misses. And Brewer tips it to himself. Now Harden says, enough of this foolishness. I don't know what Harden's going to do. Will he pull up and shoot the 3? He did that right before the half. Or he could drive on you. Oh! James Harden! 5 seconds on the shot clock. It's Harden time. It's Harden time!
They kick it out to James Harden. Working against Barnes, steps back for 3. Maybe that'll get him going. Right here. 3:40 to go in the third. Harden against Redick, stares him down and takes the 3 and makes the 3. With 22. Harden got a little bit of space, and he only needs a little bit of space. Drill that one over J.J. Redick. See if he can drive by Redick here with 4 to go on the clock. Might have to settle for the jumper, and does. I'm not sure you call that settling.
Harden finds his way to the basket.
He followed Demo that time. Demo was kind of like a pulling guard, blocking for James.
Goddamn play. I enjoy being out on the floor and having a good time and dominating. But I also understand that my teammates need me for the long haul. It's a lot of fun, but it's very intense. And I want to be out there in the moment.
Good steal by Ariza. Picks out Harden. Plumlee's got no chance. Brown right with him. 5 on the shot clock. Down to 4. Down to 3. Harden with the step daddy.
On Friday against the Pacers, but hit 8 of them against the Pistons earlier this week.
Now, big test today is can you take care of the defensive board, and also can somebody stay in front of this guy, this left-handed bearded fella, or on Mozgov. Now, Mozgov can wear you out because he has really a weight advantage.
Harden knocks down the 3. Smith attacked the rack, didn't get it. Beverly trailing Harden.
Oh, look out here.
This trip kept alive here by good hustle. Harden says, I'm here. I'm back on the floor. Let's go.
Makes it look so easy. He's so graceful.
Terrence Jones, a heavy collision. And it's back to a 6-point game. Harden using that screen so effectively. And he finishes.
How does he get through there? Okay, I mean, he gets through there with a limited amount of contact, and he makes it look so easy. Everything is 1 against 5. It's highlighted in this third quarter. And then everyone is just standing around.
That's the definitive James Harden play game. They've given it back 13 times here today. Rockets a higher turnover team by nature. And James Harden.
Wrong, he thought he was hit, but the ball went up strong.
Harden on the attack to the basket. Harden! And 1!
And he got pushed.
Harden with 3 assists already in this game. There's a steal. Ariza to James. That
could be a break.
Well, they didn't give it to him.
No foul.
That was good. I like the no whistle there. Seasons.
Very solid player.
Yeah, he is. The Rockets hated to give him up, but
James finally takes the shot and hits it. He's 2 for 2 now.
Gonna have a bright future.
There's James taking it inside, lays it up and in. How did he get that shot off over Kufas? His first 2 or 3 years of his career, but he's become a very good three-point shooter, especially late in games. How about that drive?
The Bears splitting the double team.
Conley takes it inside and he throws it away. Ariza's got it. Up to James. James on the drive, lays it up and in. He is so strong, he just kind of flips. Randolph back the other way. And it's given up to James. James steps behind the three-point line and hits. Smart play. The ball is in James's hands. Harden trying to get a step. Steps back on Lee. And ties the game at 98. James Harden. Rockets on a 14-2 run. Knocked away, but Ariza's right there. James going to his right. That's where everybody's pushing right now, and he puts it up and in.
It doesn't matter where you push those good players. They're going to go where they want to go anyway.
Rockets started out 6 for 6, and James had 3 of the assists in that 6 for 6 run, and now he gets the layup. Pretty good athlete. Going downhill, James. Seems like Monroe was all over him then, and he made it. He just needs somebody to guard him. 7-0 run by Houston.
Fly.
7 seconds. It's Harden time. Step back. Fire. Harden time. James gives it up to Beverly. Beverly sees a little hole, takes it inside, missed it. Joy's there to clean it up. Back to James for a 3.
Big offensive rebounding by Joey Dorsey.
Houston lead. Nearing the 3-minute mark left to play in the first half. James going through heavy traffic.
You know, it's amazing. It seems like a replay.
Reggie gonna have to try to stay with a much bigger James Harden, and it's blocked. That's goaltending on Drummond. 16 points.
They want to think about doubling him in the fourth quarter.
James from 17. Nice pick up high. That high pick and roll. I don't know how you can stop it.
Easter.
Oh. Ran into the wall. There's a nice pass to James. Hey, look at the old vets. Harden time. Let's let him go to work. Steps back. 18-footer. Got it. And he's fouled. Yeah.
2-on-1 back at you. Harden hits at the other end. He had 4 guys running back, and Josh Smith threw it long to Harden. Beverly's got it. Jump shots. Harden. And Harden slips it up and in. Those real long in the second half, so you really need your bigs to stay healthy. That's what Harden does so well in the business at this particular play. Yes. Harden in the lane, and that's where he wants to go. Him to move forward this, Knicks coming up, and then Atlanta and Golden State in there. Harden knocks it in. And Harden now with 20 points, and that's good. James Harden got on Fareed. Yeah, they've done a great job on Kennington. Fareed just 2 points, 7 rebounds. The shot goes up on the Unison's pops. It was Harden knocks another one. Mistake or something. I don't know.
Here's Harden to his 2 points so far. Great step through and finishes with the right hand.
Just a little side step. I hear people call it the Euro step.
Talked about the follow acquisition. Lonzo G coming over as well.
See, that's going to be the difference there. He's a guy that likes to slap. How about that? This guy one-on-one, his ball handling.
With Portland in his 12-year career. Josh Smith, tough shot. Poked out by Kaman Harden. Tries the lane and puts it in. He's in double figures.
His knee feels good. His body feels good. He says this is just his second week of on-court activities. But again, this is the first time he's really tested the knee like that, going one-on-one against the defender.
Player, and when he scores, and that's not what he has to do, but when he does, this plays your team that much more dangerous. Good little finish there from Harden in the paint. Just like that, we said 5 points scored, 2 threes back-to-back.
Harden banks it in.
Okay, learn more about their community involvement at macu.com. Hayward's opened up the gates
in the fourth quarter.
He was huge in that win.
Harden goes around Ingles, uses the left hand, and Harden scores his first bucket.
There are so many guys that play in this league that would say, I sprained my ankle,
Done.
I'm done. Not only am I done, but I'm done for a couple weeks now.
Harden breaks free, first bucket here in the quarter. I'm with you, and we've watched many players since we've been broadcasting that have pulled that many times.
Still has pain. With some atrophy in the arm along the way as Harden knocks down his first attempt over J.J. Redick. Spot for the moment ahead of New Orleans with that victory earlier today. James Harden steps back. He knocks down his first three-pointer and just his second field goal of the game. Only 2 assists thus far. And J.J. Redick picked up his third foul before we went to break. He's on the bench. And Harden, who's been hitting free throws, now hitting shots. 8 of 8 at the line, plus that three-pointer. Hamilton has given them good minutes off that bench. Beautiful touch by Harden, fed by Beverly. Another half to go. Taking the three, knocks it down. Harden with 24, beg your pardon. That was an all-star. In his brief time there, a little bit back and forth with the Rockets. And a key part of this team the last couple of years. And Harden continues to stir it up. Rebound by Harden.
That's a good offensive trip for the Clippers, recognizing the mismatch.
Oh, and one! Just as soon as there's a small parting of the sea on the lack of communication.
On the turnover, James is fouled. Keep going, that's goaltending. He never put the ball on the floor. Not a good decision by Orlando.
So that's no secret. That's what happened.
Back off T. Jones. He's not going to hit it. He's going to go to Demo. Demo goes to James. Great play.
Russell Westbrook, John Wall, James Harden, and LeBron James. Pretty good company.
And James walks in. Channing Frye did not get over fast enough. Double-double with 11 and 10, but it's been a quiet.
Yeah, but he's missed a lot of shots at the basket.
James Harden puts the old nail in the coffin.
What he does is he's in constant motion. If you don't put a body on him, he becomes a superstar.
James on the drive, lays it up and in, count it. And one. Rockets hitting 62% from the field. The same. There's a steal by James. How about that tomahawk?
He got his feet together.
It's a tough shot.
Well, that was good defense. He shot that off balance because they were right up under him.
Nobody.
Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me!
Miss, long rebound. Rockets on the run. James taking it again to the basket.
James is on a mission tonight.
Chandler, still plenty of time on the shot clock. Down the baseline. Oh, Bendis. How about that handoff?
That was
Trevor Ariza, what an athletic move. That starts a Rockets fast break.
Euro step got him. The Euro step got him. Put him in the popcorn machine. Throw some butter on him and take him up. His feet underneath him. It works.
Couple of bounce passes. Joey can't keep it, but Trevor does. Shot clock still with 12 seconds. James from the outside.
very wise to make most of them for Akeem.
Rudy, let me bring this up. One time you told me the worst moment of your coaching career is when you had to trade one of your players.
Boyd puts it up and misses, and Demo goes and gets it out to Beverly. 2:47, 2:46 left to play. James on the drive. James to the basket. James finishes.
James Harden now with his 29th game with 30-plus points.
He takes so many tumbles. Here's James again going in, and it's wiped away by Fareed. And goaltending is called. It hit the glass first.
Harden with his 7th game, a 40-plus point.
Double-double for James Harden. That's his.
Oh, James, don't do that to him like that. Do that to yourself. The guy's trying to make a living.
The head coach for next season. Rockets bringing it up, 42 seconds left.
Oh, he's going for 50.
Yeah. There it is.
He's going for 50.
50 points.
He's going for 50.
Oh, yeah.
The back-to-back championships you guys celebrated Thursday. Phoenix was about the toughest one to go through. There's James with the first basket.
Woo, he's still hot.
Bledsoe, good steal by Pat. Giving it up to James for an easy 2.
Pat Beverly creating offense by defense.
He just ripped Bledsoe. You got quicker hands. If they put that ball down, you can take it.
James all the way to the bucket for 2.
Well, man, Goodwin's not a great shooter, but he was able to knock that one down.
James has it. Nobody underneath. Tucker looking around like somebody help me out here.
You got to get a better shot than that. They had numbers.
They need Harden to heat up a little bit. He's got 13 points.
It was a good pass because he was quick. There's no way he got him. There's no way Miles can stop him. You can see Miles was backing up, and you can't, very few people, unless you're a defensive back.
Turnovers for the Pacers early, and Solomon Hill has 4 of those, and he's got to try to handle James Harden. Step back, Harden.
Well defended. That's just a great shot. That's well defended.
Houston lead 20-13. Indiana just 6 of 18 from the field. And there's Harden right to the rim.
What you don't realize about him, he is really an explosive athlete, and that's where you can see it take place. He jumps so high.
Best team in the NBA. James Harden no good. Long rebound. Smith got it. He reloads, and Harden, his first points of the second quarter, he has 18.
Yeah, that is really tough. Oh, boy, more to Eunice.
He's really gone sort of every other game here of late. The Pacers, the problem is he's in one of those every other games.
Motor Eunice timed it when he thought that he was going to get.
That would have been a big shot to cut it to 4. And Harden back the other way.
I mean, and he took 2 Pacers out.
4A at night. Harden, 3-point shot. James Harden has 32. 2 again in each of the last 2 home games. The Pacers gave up 117 and 123 as Harden hits another 3.
They get that high screen, and they're running it, and that's why Frank has got to take a look at this.
For the Pacers, first make it the 3rd for George Hill. Houston also has 5. Shot clock at 2, and Harden again. 37 for James Harden. Remember, he had 45 against the Pacers back in January. Harden, 1-on-1. Shot clock, 2, 1. Step back. And a 40-point night. 41 for James Harden.
Off mistakes by Houston. James Harden, he got there. You talked about his length, the way he protects it. He's a legit 6'5", 225. Joey Dorsey, who just checked into the game for Dwight Howard, almost took it away from each other. Harden's great change of direction, and then gets it back underneath to protect it from the blocker. He's going to be cutting them after.
It was rhythm all.
Yep. Now Harden. He'll get to the left side, won't he? James Harden makes it a 5-point game at 45-40. And James Harden now has 7 with 3 assists and 3 boards.
I like the first shot. I like the first look he had. I don't know if he caught it clean and couldn't get it off, but that extra dribble.
There you go, new game. 48-45. James Harden gets his first triple. And Monte Eunice took care of Anthony Davis.
Block out.
Yeah, just walked him right under the cylinder. Going to be Harden for the layup. and a 1-point game. 24.6 to play. So the lead is lost. 8:54. Harden throwing it down hard. James Harden lulled him to sleep and then hammered it home.
Some stops and some runouts.
Harden, he'll get to the hole. So you got to help Pondexter. Once you see him break it off. It'll be picked up after the tip try by Dorsey. Get down. There was contact as Harden just waltzed his way to the rim. It is up to 11. Final 32 seconds of the third.
Been very durable and been there all year, playing big minutes for their teams.
Step back for Harden. And James Harden. Stirring it, didn't he? 91-80.
Off the ball, he's been pretty good, and James with a miss from the three. Budinger trying to look at Corey Brewer. And James says, let me try it again. That was a 1-on-4 defensive play by Corey Brewer.
Oh, they keep that blood flow and keep you warm.
Well, nobody came out and picked up James, and he said, give me a layup.
And the Beard shoots it with absolute confidence.
He's really not been playing well in Minnesota, so good to see him get his rhythm back.
We don't want him to party too much tonight.
Hey, bud, let's have a Miller Lite. They knew in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, I like that
long time.
Super guy.
Well, the Beard gets the Rockets off to a good start. James with a big step to the bucket. Can almost score at will.
If James make that center, who's guarding Dwight, make a decision. Threes in the playoffs because teams are going to pack the paint for James and Dwight.
5 seconds down to 4 on the shot clock. Deep corner for James Harden. 23 points. Goes high for the rebound.
Pass it, James. Pass it. Don't shoot it. No.
He's hot. He's hot. He's got Bullard in his sights, and he may do it tonight.
The Beard is graceful. He's a much better athlete than you give him credit for.
James fires it up again and hits again.
Did I mention he could shoot it?
Somebody better get on him.
Ariza almost got the steal. He's going to get the layup. Nope, James takes it. James Harden with 33 points.
The Wolves' jump shooting so improved this year. Harden trying to draw the foul on Webster. 4 to shoot. Harden steps back, nails the 3. Fairly quiet first half for James Harden. Just 1 field goal, only 8 points. 3 to shoot. Beal right on him. Harden the step back and rattles it in. Go, Josh Smith the rebound. Smith has 7 boards. Harden the drive. There's a finish. Beautiful move for Harden. He now has 12.
Around.
Dorsey 14 of 53 from the free throw line. Final seconds. Harden drives, floats it up, and puts it in at the buzzer. In Memphis, only a half game back, and still all the games important for the Wizards. They just want to get back on track as the playoffs come. Nice feed. Josh Smith with a pretty pass to Harden.
I don't want any pick and roll. I'll live with a one-on-one with Harden versus Webster.
Harden drives past Webster, banks it in. Beal on Harden. Nene helps him out. 3 to shoot. Harden to drive, the step back, hand to his face, gets it to go.
That's a tough switch to put Nene on Harden.
4:20 on the clock. Here's Harden. And Ross jumps into him. It's an and 1.
How good is this guy? I mean, he just waited.
So crafty. And Houston just turned it over. Here's Harden now on the drive. So quick, and there it is, that burst right to the rim. And the shot is short. And scooped up by Harden. With 2:35 to go. Harden now makes a tough shot.
Being able to shed the defender with the dribble and get to a space and be able to make plays off the bounce.
And the 3 from Harden is good. He's got 16. 64-57. Harden right to the rim. The lane double pump. And Ariza with the board. Harden now to the rim.
Wow, it looked like he got shot out of a cannon there.
Delivering scores from the NBA, Purelator. Promises delivered. 72-69 to the rim. It's Harden. He's got 23, and it's a one-point game. Double. Prigioni now in the corner. Brewer 3. No. Prigioni second chance. Harden got it. So good.
Prigioni carving them up.
Call as Ariza gobbles it up. Harden sees an opening and hammers it. 93-92. What a game.
Jason Terry bounces it down low. Joey knows what to do with it. He gets it back outside. James with a tough catch and a great shot.
Board. He hangs around there.
James hits a three.
I like when James is aggressive, looking for his three-point shot in rhythm when it's on a catch and shoot.
Season, where did we see him too? I can't remember. Some other team in the league. And James to the basket for 2 and 1. James fires it up and hits again. Talking about hot. Here's Stoskis taking it inside again, covered up by Smith. Going to be a steal. Still plenty of time. 7 seconds down to 6. And James takes it home. A 16-point quarter for the Bears. Gatsby had it. James puts up a 3. Boy, is he hot tonight. 21 at home. There's another turnover by Houston, but no, it isn't. And James hits just before the buzzer. 1. Rockets can go 2 for 1. Better guy to take it than that guy right there. The Beard. 24 points for James Harden. 17-11 for Cousins. James got it.
You can't go underneath the pick when James Harden is hot from the three-point line. He's 6 for 7 now.
See if James can draw a foul here. Drives it inside. There it is. 2 and 1 for James Harden. He's smart, isn't he?
He's a magician.
There you see him shading with Cousins. A lot of teams like to do that with their 7. James hits again. 7 3-pointers for the Bears. And a steal by Harden. Yes, indeed. 35 points for the Bears. Gatsby's had a lot of layups. 5. Backdoor to James. Great pass from T. Jones. Terrence Jones comes out, gives it up to James now. 4 seconds on the shot clock. James Harden. Oh! He shot that from the parking lot. Gets a pick from Joey. Prigioni right back to James. 5 seconds down to 4. James to the basket for 2. Oh, he burns it from the outside. Then he takes it to the inside.
Or take.
That's what I meant. All right, Gatsby right out on James. And James hooks it up, and it counts! Is he cooking or what?
Outside to Harden, covered by Rondo. Shot clock winding down. Harden posting him up. Shoots a dirt-like one-legged fade. He hits it from the baseline.
That was a tough shot. I mean, we talked about that fadeaway last night.
Who is really playing well. Up ahead to Ariza. Harden for 3. And Houston's tied it up.
Again.
I mean, they're screaming. Rich was just screaming from the bench. You got to block out. And then Harden hits a 3-pointer.
Him completely open, so he went to a space where they could find him and he could score.
Which is smart.
Yeah.
Harden on the drive. Yeah, way too easy. A tip out by Nick Johnson, though. A dribble drive by Harden lays it in.
What I was about to say is this floor is so spread because there are no bigs on the floor for Houston.
Congratulations coming. We're going to see.
Down the lane, Harden to the basket, lays it in. Rockets up by 3.
Jason Terry on the drive, pitched it out. Harden. Oh, baby. For the first time today, James Harden knocks down a field goal.
That any time that he has a major mismatch, he's got to get to the rim. Speaking of getting to the rim, he makes that look pretty easy, this guy Harden.
The seas unparted quickly on Harden, but he got the rebound. 7 games this year. So it's going to be hard to assess what Oklahoma City's season is really all about with their best player missing 55 games as Harden scores for Houston.
They've got some guys that you put them in a scoring position, they're going to shoot a high percentage.
Harden used Brewer driving to get some of the defense away.
Is between him and the basket, he'll shoot up over the top of that guy because it's a mismatch in size.
It's like both teams played on Wednesday, where the defense is not of playoff quality. Clock at 3, Harden a 3.
Oh boy.
James Harden with the 3.
Because they understood how difficult the time period that would be for families.
It's the New Orleans Hornets when they played here. Here's Harden with a 3 over Novak is good. So Brooks gets the intentional foul. Or not, Scott Brooks used it to perfection, got his team back in it. It's a 5-point game with a minute 25 left in the third. And Harden straight on, hits another
7 defensive, 15 rebounds, and now 16 points.
Harden at Singler finishes at the rim. First points of this fourth quarter for James Harden to make this one tight down the stretch. Trying to hold on to the number 8 spot in the West with a week and a half left in the season. Harden a 3, and he got it as he ran into Singler's arm.
So you know that right now Singler's at a major disadvantage with Harden.
Westbrook is ready to help, but Brewer's parked in the corner. Harden takes the 3 over the top. Another one.
So Harden, they didn't switch that time. That was good.
Clock at 3. There goes Harden on the move, stepping back over Westbrook. Got it. 41 for Harden.
Gives it up here to Ariza.
10 on the shot clock. Smith. Harden open 3. Here's what you're talking about.
Kawhi Leonard lost him that time. We talked about seeing second shooting. He also has 3 assists. They got help from the banger that time. Big banger. Clearing out a lot of space.
And Harden counters the other way.
Just not getting the right shots or shooting quick ones. Run the shot. James Harden's not getting an and one there.
Now Diaw after the switch. 7 on the shot clock. That's all you can do. Make it difficult.
That's solid defense. Better offense from James Harden. They have to allow Timmy to get back in that play.
Harden on the inbounds, coming off the screen, and knocks down the triple. Diaw has 13 points, 6 rebounds, as well as 2 assists. Harden got by Joseph and scores.
Harden shoots it over Duncan. First basket of the game and the first shot of the game.
They know each other really well.
Yes, indeed. There's Harden stepping back and hits.
The beard. That's why he's MVP, because he delivers every single night.
Defense by Houston. Tony Parker has not scored. He had 27 Wednesday. Harden. 3. Good. Ariza trying to give the Rockets one more chance. Down by 4. Harden on the drive. Harden in a bucket. That's the first field goal Harden's made since 2:23 of the second quarter. There's still hope. Harden gets it out to Jason Terry. Terry back to Harden for a 3. There it goes! The Beard with a 3. It's a 1-point game. Drop to the floor. That's a no-no.
We do look a little lethargic here.
James says, I can get you out of that lethargy. I'll just put up this jumper real quick.
Their offense to precision, and they got a little swagger on the Rockets' home court.
Good 2 by the Beard, and he's fouled. 4 minutes left to play in the first half. Oh, great step by Harden. Put him in the popcorn machine. Giving it up to Terry, fires up a 3. Missed it. T. Jones with a rebound. Rockets get another 24, but they don't take much time. James Harden with a 3.
You know what a tough shot that is. And he shoots it like it's a free throw.
Harden on the drive, lays it up and in. Oh, he's playing cat and mouse. That time the cat won. So
are 6 of 10.
You're trying to win on the road. That's how you do it. You make shots.
Little pick and roll worked well for James Harden on when he went to Dallas.
And when he did, look out.
Yep. Harden to the basket and lays it up with the right hand. It's the Rockets within 5. Harden going downhill all the way to the bucket.
Beautiful. That's going to be hard for the Pelicans to stop. It's unbelievable.
Josh Smith. One extra pass to Harden on the fake. Takes it inside for an easy layup.
That got hit on the arm with no call, but good finish with the right hand.
Tipped in by Anderson, won't go. Over to Prigioni, 10 seconds left. Harden has the basketball. Harden to the basket for 2. And the Rockets have tied it up at 86.
In front of him, he's able to get to the baseline and pull up short the jumper.
Basket will count to James Harden off the inbounds. He did not play in the first game between the two because he was a member of the New York Knicks. Here's Harden, backs up and hits.
That's his game right there. He makes you think he's going to drive and look for a foul.
Prigioni. And Marvin loses the rebound, and there's Harden to score and a foul on Marvin Williams. Josh Smith. Henderson recovers. Shot clock under 10. And 47%. Harden for 3.
That's the guy you cannot afford to help off of.
Doesn't go. Biyombo can't get the rebound. Here comes Harden. Harden down the lane and off the glass. A timeout taken by Charlotte as they fall down by 8. It's going to be a 20-second timeout. Says, I'll get in on this. Rebound comes down to Jones. Harden down the lane, and he'll get 2. Harden for 28.
Came out, I had questions about his ability, but he's proven everybody wrong. It's taken 3 or 4 years to do it, but that's about the average time it takes for these guys to develop. In their rhythm.
Evans from the outside. Try to 3. Barely got the iron. Harden will fire it up for 3. Biggest lead of the game now, 23 points by Houston. 10 seconds left, no shot clock. It's Harden time. Steps back, fires, and hits. James Harden with 14 points.
The former Mavs to Harden.
Oh, look out here.
It was behind Parsons. It's Harden for 3. Match up with Amari Stoudemire athletically. Stoudemire there defensively, denying Harden the drive. James found a way to get there and score.
Well, you see, now that was a great trap. Well, they got to get him going, Mike. Come on, at halftime he was 2 for 7. So Ariza's done a great job.
Rondo went to cut the path off, could not. And Rick Carlisle unhappy with his defense and with Joey Crawford. Right to Harden. He's on the go. Nowitzki trying to push it ahead, turn it over. Harden.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate turn away.
This is what James Harden was taught. Rondo took a charge the last time. No call, and you see him stirring it up. James Harden knocking down a mid-range shot.
The early lead as Harden hits the first jumper. Houston much improved defensively. Rockets fans know the story as Harden buries his first triple. Fresh legs after just 4 minutes on Saturday, and Harden does it so well, draws the foul. Chance at 3 in this possession for Harden and the Rockets.
Mavericks has weathered this storm. They're missing some easy layups, and you can't have turnovers.
And that's a shorthanded Barea. Harden on the floor. Yes, sir. Houston killed Dallas in transition. And Endo, man, this guy's been a difference maker for Dallas in the first half.
He does a nice job. And there's James Harden. What can you do?
And it's on you quick.
No. He overclubbed. Caddy gave him the wrong look. Harden lines it up. James Harden, who, as Hubie told you, has struggled from the field, with 9 field goals in the first 2 games to live at the line. Howard over Chandler. Got his own miss. Harden a three. James Harden, after missing his last 9 field goal attempts at the end of game 2, has banged 2 triples here. Good defender, very cerebral. Charlie Villanueva has checked in for Dallas. As Harden steps back and knocks down another one, so James Harden's open 3 for 3 here tonight. In action. Harden able to coast to a spot and drop down that floater. 4 of 4 to start.
The side from Bill Duffy, the agent of Rondo.
As you would expect, those are the right things to say at this point in it. Harden steps back with a jumper and knocks that down. Houston 37 here. Video for your chance to win. Visit NBAstore.com/streamman for details. Harden splits the double and the C parts for him, and he lays it in.
If you're going to double now, you can't let him split the screen.
Shot of the quarter for Houston. Harden on the move, circles back to create some of his own space and scores.
Once again, see, Tyson Chandler refuses to step up and look for the shot block.
Came over for great defensive help. Reset on the clock, and here is Harden. James Harden knocks down the three-point shot. He did that twice in the first half.
Harden is one. He's done it twice.
Knocks down the shot there, tightens to a 4-point game.
Jerry West only did it 5 times. A name out of the past. Right back in the game.
Harden, a 3 in the lead for the Rockets is James Harden, who has scored 12 of the last 14, knocks down the 3, and forces Rick Carlisle to take a timeout. That is his 18th rebound here this evening. 18 boards for Howard, mid-third. And Harden has 30, 12 in the quarter.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about now. He's on fire.
Start of the first, start of the third. Dallas fights back and tightens it up. Harden on the switch, picked up by Villanueva.
There are guys that play the glass in this league, and they play it well.
Lower body injury, upper body injury. Whatever the case, no Jefferson right now. Harden, 3.
Oh,
wow.
Stop it.
Wow. Howard screen.
Oh, look out.
Harden goes left at Chandler, put it in, and fouled. There's the Howard screen. Harden's got it. Clock at 7. Chandler switches on it. Here is James Harden. In and out and in again. And a timeout, Dallas.
Chance here to extend this series. All cards are on the table here. That's why there's a change in the lineup.
That's James Harden floating inside. Harden had the 42. It's terrific in terms of his health. He is active around the floor. Here comes Harden, driving from the wing and puts it up and in. Harris alone on Harden. The long reach of Smith gets it. Harden again by 3 defenders, and good if it goes, and it does! Harden beats the buzzer. Harden will leave the first quarter with 10.
I know. He's kidding me. They're called free throw.
3, Harden, book it. James Harden from outside has got 15 points. Harden is 4 of 11. He comes out once again, and James hits. Here comes Cruz Young. Johnson's got the ball, and Button picks him up. Harden is down 5 of 12, now 6 of 13. He's got 21 to lead the Houston Rockets tonight.
Dirk Nowitzki.
8-point fourth quarter for Nowitzki. There was, he's got 24. James Harden. 10-point game, 2:44 to go.
Series, it'll be interesting to see, can he pick 2 together starting with tonight. Second game.
Hard pick thrown by Howard on Amino. James Harden knocks it down.
Unless you're checking one of the best shooters this game has seen in Dirk, you got to stay at the 3-point line.
Nowitzki missing his first 4. Harden gets the roll. The game, his best game of the series was game 1. 10 of 14, 24 points off. That block shot. Here's Harden for 3. With the hands of Stoudemire, here comes Harden as a weasel to his left. Harden all the way. Just under 6 remaining. First half. Here's Harden challenging Chandler.
That's what I do. Reggie Miller wasn't born a great shooter. You know, Curry wasn't born a great shooter. I think we do them a disservice by thinking
these guys can shoot or dunk like that. Want to be a good free throw shooter is because you become less aggressive when you can't score those points in their foul.
Kept alive. Here's Harden for 3. So they get 4 points out of that sequence. Jones and Ariza on the front line with Terry and Harden at the guards. Here's Harden from up top for 3.
Double team comes for Harden to slide to the left. He'll have a wide open three-pointer.
All right, here's Harden on a step back for 3. Yes!
J.J. Redick was running with him, but he was more concerned with the defense of Jason Terry.
It's Harden inside, got by Redick, worked his way into Jordan. Hudson pushes the issue inside, picked up by Harden. Off to the races, into Griffin by Barnes and touchdown. 3.5 second difference. Game clock and shot clock winding down the first half. Rockets are 9 of 20 from the floor. The switch. Griffin is on Harden. 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. That's another turnover. Harden against Redick.
Clipper bench is saying that should have been an offensive foul. Elbow out of it.
Down by 3. Rockets the other way with the Clipper defense poised and ready.
5-point swing.
And now, yep, right like that, 57-51, a lead of 6. It's Griffin the fadeaway over Howard. Rebound by Ariza. Harden 3. Boy, did they need that.
Versus the Mavericks.
Howard with his 6th rebound. Quickly, it's Harden the other way. First quarter, under 4 to play. Houston is led by 6. Clippers have led by as many as 4. Look at the driving Harden. Wow. He's hit a couple here in the second quarter.
That's the 3rd assist for Blake.
Harden, 3.
That was a 2-for-1 situation.
Here comes Harden. Ariza. They find Prigioni. Harden 3.
Everything was an isolation play. The ball was moving in that first half and the beginning of the third. Share that defensive rebound if you're the Clippers.
For Jones. Harden into Rivers. James Harden has put in 28 to lead Houston. Every starter in double figures.
Switch to this if they're going to come up with Jason Terry.
Harden goes hard inside.
How are they allowing him to get back to his left?
Line for their primary shooters. Riddick had the best year of his life in field goal and 3-point percentage.
James Harden said enough of this. I'm going to take you inside. 3 3-pointers and 11 of the Clipper 22.
JJ, Yubi, relax. I've got it. I've got him covered here.
So does James Harden. Right back with a 3 of his own. When it was down, he twirled and started going back.
You're right. You're right, Mike.
Harden the 3. Oh. James Harden's knocked down a couple of 3-pointers.
And match up here. This guy's got plenty of time.
Redick goes past Harden. Crawford waiting. James Harden, fans wanted to travel. Harden knocks down the shot. That brings the second quarter to an end for the Rockets. Harden, Redick can't get rid of him. So Harden steps back. And James Harden.
I tell you, their one-on-one job tonight on Harden has been great. I know he's made at least 3 of those step back. A player and a coach, you just let one get away.
I think game 2.
Yeah, game 2. They figured that they had that one probably locked up. But Houston is always dangerous.
He's just 33.
What you want to do here right now when you're Doc Rivers, you're up by so much, but you want the guys who are out there, you want them to play together as a unit and run what we've been doing and what's been good for us tonight.
Of course,
they're hacking one another.
Yeah, that's right. It's a 3-point shot, and Harden puts it down. Harden in this series, 40% from 3, and in the first series against Dallas.
Something just
to keep an eye on. Kevin?
Thank you, Tracy. He already has an existing shoulder issue. Also has a hamstring issue. Harden fadeaway. Got it. James Harden has got 7. Whew. And that ties the game at 30. Final seconds of the first. Harden against Barnes. The 3. Good. James Harden from outside has got 10.
Peace. I mean, think about that. In my opinion, coming into tonight, the Clippers have won 11 of 12 quarters. Not necessarily by points. Nice move there by Harden. But I'm talking about the mental game. Electric, they play well there.
It is.
Your role players play better at home.
Harden. James gets it to go. And another miss. Harden breaking free. 3-on-1. Harden took the look. He takes off the D and puts it in. They want him to go coast to coast all night long. Brewer and Smith have just not shot the ball well as they did against Dallas in round 1. Harden with right there. Good shot. James Harden puts it down. Harden has got 9. 9 for Howard and 9 for Ariza. He's had a double-double in 10 of 11 playoff games. 3 triple-doubles. A good try by Harden.
Downhill. Right now, James Harden is playing downhill. We haven't seen very much of this type of driving from Harden in this series.
Got the double-double in full force. He's got 11 boards and 13 points and a drive by Harden. He is slippery, he is focused, and he is running downhill, and that is a problem for the Clipper D. And Harden begins to make a move with 15 points and 6 rebounds. Into JJ. Got it. .3 left. Harden's got 17. Rivers' shot clock is down to 7. Harden will dance, Rivers will defend. With a step back here for James Harden and 2 consecutive baskets by the Rockets at the other end. But for James Harden, Reggie, his first points in this second half.
Find a way to hold on to this ball game, which it looks like they will. Now you put the pressure to go to LA and try to steal a game to force a game 7 back in this building.
Moments from now for the Clippers, I guess the white flag being raised. Here comes Griffin. Trying to defend Harden, but Harden will sidestep him and take it in wide in.
For Harden, 23, 10, and 10. Make that 26. 10 assists and 10 rebounds.
He can make the next 10. He's that streaky of a player.
Harden trailed by Rivers. That's a good call. It's going to count. 3-point play. Austin Rivers bumped him after he got past him. Effective as a rim protector.
Exactly. Taking into the paint, much like Houston needs to do, and stop settling for these unless it's James Harden, who's very capable of 38%er from out there.
Man inside too late. Jason Terry flipped it back. This is Harden for the tie. New game at 41. And James Harden's cooking with 3 in a row.
Little step to the left. That's not what he does. I think that's his first 3 attempt in the series.
First 3 made of the postseason after 6 misses over the 2 series. But Harden comes right back to get it.
Going in at the time, but Mike, we're still seeing single coverage on a guy that's 10 of 13 in the game.
That Harden hoop ends an 18-4 stretch.
Passed it up. Here comes Terry. Each team with 4 turnovers already. Harden for 3. Play in the fourth quarter, game 6, but he had a triple-double in game 5 as Paul thought he got hit. 2-on-1. Harden goes to the basket. 7-point lead early. Up and in. Big move from Kevin McHale. Oh, Prigioni with the steal. Finds Harden. Harden to the basket. The crafty Prigioni who does that all the time. Jordan now picks up Harden. The step back. Hits a 3. 8-0 run, and it's a 9-point lead. And now it's a 3-point game early here in the third. Harden down the lane and throws it in. That's his first point since the first quarter. Griffin lost it. Prigioni there to pick it up. Here comes Harden. Harden drives. Harden finishes. Rivers on Harden. Harden jabs, spins, step back, puts it in. Harden, the step back.
James Harden with his first field goal, but Harden already with 4 assists.
Blocks the shot.
Harden steps back and nails it. This is his second field goal. He's been doing a lot of distributing. 6 assists for Harden.
Hard to a needy mother with children. You know, he's a fashion designer, and it just shows me, once again, as Smith hits Harden for a layup.
Ariza run off by Iguodala. Pass finds its way to Harden. Harden, a good look. That's a 3. His first 3-pointer of the game.
But again, spectacular vision by Josh Smith.
Harden, oh, tough shot from James Harden. Harden to the basket. Oh, and a bank shot at the buzzer. Perfect English off the glass. And James Harden with a couple of difficult drives. That small lineup once again for Golden State with Green as the center. Harden operating, creates some space, and nails the jumper. Now 20 points. He uses his left hand so well.
We've seen a number of great left-handed finishes tonight.
Harden again.
On Steph Curry.
They want more missed free throws. The free throw shooting has been brutal. Harden steps back. James Harden, 3 straight jumpers. He's got 24, and it's a 1-point game.
To try to take advantage of perceived mismatches. Kevin McHale, Mark, you just mentioned it before, is Harden is putting on a one-on-one clinic. He doesn't mind that.
7 to shoot. Thompson has 4 fouls. Curry steps back, drills it. Oh, James Harden. What an exhibition here in the 4th quarter. And in game 1, the Rockets played well early, had that 16-point lead early in the game. Quick foul on Thompson. 13 seconds in as Harden nails the jumper.
That's Steph Curry. That's the MVP of the league. That's arguably the greatest shooter that this game has ever seen. Getting wide open looks.
And Harden comes right back, yet with all the fantastic shooting and the poor defense, they're only down 4, the Rockets. Harden finding some room. That mid-range shot was deadly in the 4th quarter of game 1.
And commitment to winning. You know, there's some guys who the players know are frauds, and they have not, as Harden knocks in a mid-range jumper. Well, I saw in sports science, he gets it off in 0.4 of a second as Draymond Green tries to take the charge. It is.
Harden the drive, the step back. Puts it in. James Harden having one of those stretches once again. Harden, 6 to shoot. One-on-one coverage with Thompson. Harden steps back. It's good. James Harden once again. The beard is balling right now.
A low post. And I think it's really helped Houston to slow the game down.
Harden, that's a 3. James Harden. And the Rockets retake the lead.
I have tremendous respect for them. But these two guys, absolutely incredible shooters.
Oh, what a catch. Harden on the floating pass from Brewer. He did not. That's a bad call as Harden nails another jumper. Harden with 26.
But to me, that's the way the Rockets got to play. It's got to be a pick and roll with the 5-man setting.
4 to shoot. Drives in, flips it up, and it's good. What a tough shot from the left-hander. 8-point lead with 2:45. Harden knocks it down. Harden comes right back and makes it a 5-point game. Harden splits the defense to the basket, throws it down. That one easy for Harden.
Pointed out, there is tremendous basketball IQ and character.
Harden, beautiful play from Harden as Iguodala was in pursuit.
Things that you pay attention to. James Harden is isolating Klay Thompson. Josh Smith stays on the strong side block as Harden knocks down that shot, basically not allowing him room to dance.
And Mrs. Curry and Dell loving it. A 27-point lead. Harden has Green on him. Steps back. That's a 3. Rattles it in. 6 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Have a big that they have to defend.
Make them a faster, much more tougher team to defend on the offensive end.
Harden for three. 8 of 9.
Away from the Rockets. They have just shot it so well.
Harden pulls up, puts it in. Exclamation point. 7 to shoot. Harden gets free. Right-handed. Oh, nice move from James Harden. Harden. Oh, nice move and finish.
The guy has tremendous footwork.
And that's hard.
Thompson now back on Harden. Harden step back three. Knocks it down. James Harden with 22. And the lead back up to 15.
And I love James Harden is seeking the basketball. He is going to get the ball looking to score.
Harden. Bang! James Harden from downtown and the lead back up to 19. And 12 rebounds. Harden inside. Beautiful play from James Harden. Record of most combined threes in an NBA playoff game. The two teams have been combined for 30. The record is 33. Harden drills the two-pointer. The rebound.
But that's good defense. That's the guy out of this group that you want shooting the three.
Harden for three. Lead back up to 11. He's got 35. Allen. Green is open to the top. He wants to take it. Now drives. Stripped by Harden. Harden ahead of the pack. Iguodala in pursuit. Harden lays it in. And Steve Kerr needs a timeout. Harden taking time off the clock. Down to 5. Barbosa on him. Harden steps back. A three-pointer. Bang! James Harden does it again. He's got 42. Curry steps back. It's good at the buzzer. Sven. Harden trying to draw the foul on Thompson. Goes the other way. Drives and finishes.
And I like those type of finishes, Mike, better than the one he tried to flip up earlier. You've got to see point guard and small forward back.
Harden on the finish. Answers with authority.